Hello and welcome to today's new quick comparison. Actually, I planned on doing some other videos, so for example for the brand new Sony XV10, I also wanted to publish my review of the JBL playlist, but in my last video I saw so many comments saying compare the new Bose Revolve with the B&O A1 because so many people were pumped for it. So today we will simply compare them. For now I can't give you that many sound facts because I didn't really have time to play around with the Bose. I think about half an hour, or with the video 1 hour, because then I had to go to sleep and today I were in school, so I had no time to play around with it, so this will also be quite exciting for me. Of course we have the B&O A1 here, already quite scratched, but still works just fine. Back when it was released it costed $250, and this one goes for about 230, but in Europe you can already find it below 200 euros, so it is quite a bit cheaper than the Bose. It is also much louder than the Bose with less compression at max, but it of course does not have this real 360-degree speaker sound, and it also sounds a bit, I don't know, a bit fake, a bit tuned, or a bit, how do you say, the sizzling, because the treble has a huge boost and the bass, I mean the bass is quite nice, it reaches a bit deeper, but also the bass can have some slight artifacts with some very heavy recordings, so for example some house music. And today I will give you the whole variety of songs, so for example pop music, house music, so you can hear the nice bass of the Bose and the distorting or bass with artifacts from the B&O A1 here. And I will also give you some jazz music, so maybe you like the B&O more with jazz music because it sounds clearer than the Bose. And at the end we will also try them at maximum volume to see which one is louder and to see how strong they compress or how strong the bass reduction is. So now please put up your headphones, as this is a binaural recording as per usual, and enjoy the comparison.
Twisted line. Now this weight is a heavy load, caught in the middle. I'm a saint with a tainted soul. You take along, so tell me what your aim is. You say I'm wrong, so tell me why you're saying I'm a killer with a smile. Hold me closer, play with fire. I'm a killer. small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Take a breath and breathe. Inhale, exhale. This music's all that I need. Take a breath and breathe. Inhale, exhale. This music's all that I need. Filling up my lungs. Filling up my lungs. Filling up my lungs. Take a breath and breathe. Inhale, exhale. This music's all that I need. 5 years from that bottom slot. Haters talk, but I never stop. Cut my shows, try to hold me back, but you can't keep me from the top. Yeah, I worked hard, yeah, I took chances. Half my hometown can't stand it. Did everything they said that I couldn't. Now I got people saying I'm next. Now I cut checks for the songs I drop. Finally getting love for the bars I got. Bring it all back in love from the east. Talk on the gram, not a word when we meet. Keep that BS in my bag, they won't talk to my face. I'll burn this to the ground if they give me a beat. Say that I'm garbage, I guess we got beef and they envy my hunger, get pissed when we eat. Full down your trap door. Somewhere in the middle, I'm somewhere in between. Crack the code and solve the riddle, trying to find the real me. Somehow I knew I could beat it, I knew I had the antidote. My friends, they wouldn't listen though. I wanna show them you can pick the way and you can make it. Just promise don't look back no more. You're somewhere in the middle, I'm somewhere in between. I started disassemble these walls around me somewhere. Get down to the B side.
So now I would say that we are done with this comparison, and I think that the results are quite interesting. First of all, I want to mention that I think that those two speakers represent the companies they are made by the best, because the A1 sounds typical B&O and has the typical B&O problems, and the Bose sounds typical Bose and has typical Bose problems. So let's start to cover this. For me personally, the A1 probably is the better one to go, simply because it sounds bigger, it sounds a bit more mature, like it was a speaker which is 3 times the size and not only as big as it is now. But of course also the Bose had some big advantages, but I think it comes down to personal taste and personal needs at the end. So let's cover this. With house music, the Bose I think definitely was in front of the B&O. When there were some tracks where the B&O does not distort, it definitely beats the Bose. It might not sound as dynamic and as punchy as the Bose, but it definitely has the better role of the better bass extension. Also with jazz music, you could hear some notes played by the B&O, which you couldn't even hear with the Bose, so it really gives you a nice impression of a bigger speaker. But of course with some other tracks, so for example the really heavy kicks, or even I think this was the dubstep track, right, the dubstep track was horrible on the A1, so you could hear some rattling, and the Bose really sounded typical Bose, so really full-butted in the I don't know, 80 or 70 bass hertz region, because it simply had this nice powering bass which the A1 couldn't deliver. The A1 sounded almost thin because all of the bass at 70 hertz was simply distorted due to this, I don't know, artifact problem which B&O often has. Then let's go to jazz music. This is where I definitely prefer the A1, because with jazz music the A1 usually performs clean. So here you will get the full I don't know, sound spectrum of the A1, and the Bose really, I don't know, sounded a bit hollow with some tracks. The mids were sounding pretty drowned out sometimes, only with one track I think it was. And the A1 simply sounds like you would take off a grill, or I don't know, take off a fabric grill or something, and then add a little subwoofer, because it always played the deeper notes, also with a bit more power, a bit more spaciousness. But of course the Bose had the advantage with pop music again, because it sounded a bit more dynamic, a bit more punchy, a bit more simply, a bit more wow, a bit more fun to listen to. But of course if you are a treble guy who needs a lot of treble and is not okay with the sizzling treble of the Bose, you of course have to go with the A1. This is simply what I mean with personal taste or personal preferences, because maybe you say, okay, I only listen to house music and I don't listen at maximum volume, I can go with the Bose. I also like the design more because it is a bit smaller and also has better 360-degree speaker sound. or you say, oh, I really need a speaker for good jazz music, and sometimes I also want to have a really loud speaker because I take it out with my friends and the Bose simply isn't loud enough, then you have to go with the A1. So I think the sound examples were good enough, so you could decide now. And on maximum volume, of course, the A1 was beating the Bose like crazy, because the Bose really didn't improve over the first generation. I mean, it got a bit louder, also kept a bit more bass overall, but the kicks were totally swallowed by the compression. I think this is simply because it is missing a big main driver like the A1 has here. So on maximum volume, the A1 definitely sounds clearer, sounds way louder, and if you, are a maximum volume guy, you definitely need the A1. But then on the other hand, if you want to take them out, the A1 will die on you after I think 1.5 or 2 hours, and the Bose will last close to 4 hours on maximum volume. So I think this also is a big advantage of the Bose. So I think this is it from this comparison. It got a bit longer, but I think this is enough for you because so many people requested it. I mean, you were crazy. Also, thanks for the huge support in the first video. I really was dying to get my hands on those. On the Revolve and the Revolve Plus, of course. And now I'm feeling a bit sick, so I will rest a little bit and edit this video. I hope you enjoyed it, of course. If you did, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Until then, have a great time and bye bye.